Hello everyone, welcome to your lecture on consumption of technology and lifestyle choices. This lecture is a part of your paper on gender, media and society. This lecture will help you understand the relationship between technology, consumption and gender. Culture and lifestyle is very much dependent on mass media. The terms mass culture and pop culture in cultural and media studies are examples for the same. The mass culture is a term which is developed when capitalist media decides and frames the worldview for their audience. In the words of Turner in 1984, popular culture and the mass media have a symbolic relationship. Each depends on the other in an intimate collaboration. Mass culture is the disposition of conceptions and values that are created from a quintessential foundation to indistinguishable media, sources of news, music and craftsmanship. Popular culture, on the other hand, is communicated or normally projected to people as against to be appearing from their regular associations with each other. Accordingly, for the most part, it does not have the one-of-a-kind substance of nearby groups and territorial cultures. Most of the time, mass culture advances the section of people who are shoppers, with the inclination of distributing and broadcasting in the 19th and 20th century. The range of mass culture expanded drastically. Old stories that were considered as social degree of conventional nearby social discipline were replaced by mass culture. With the development of the internet since the 1990s, numerous qualifications between mass media and legends have turned out to be obscured. Each and every feature of our daily life is permeated by social media, counting our mental makeup as well. So much so that social media has transformed the concept of contemporary culture due to its accountable nature, contiguity, capacity to reach countless individuals across multiple platforms. Produces, creates and promotes multitudes of ideas and theories that have enormous influence on the individual members of society and their cultural perception. The cognizance of an individual might get affected by the signs of the inherent social media system. As its nature is bidirectional, platforms in social media produce signs, for example, Facebook comments and the total count of Twitter followers. This leads to a conforming behavioral response. Through our lecture, we intend to examine how far the social media produced science impacts individuals' cognizance of contemporary or popular culture. It also intends to show how popular culture is affecting social media presentation of individuals' image or an event and the possibly negative consequences that they make certain. The aim of this lecture is to demystify the social media of its facade as provider of public space, its unrealistic ways and images, and the stereotypical norms that it produces. Popular culture does not simply mean the culture that is popular. On the contrary, it implies the pseudo-culture, commercial commoditization that leads to the distraction and diversion of the masses from the existing social realities. It tends to deceive and exploit the masses and seeks to replace the critical and creative art forms that might prompt people to question the existing social inequalities. Due to the boisterous, lewd and seductive appeal of the popular culture, the masses succumb to it as passive consumers. Technology and lifestyle. As we are slowly entering into the virtual era, people find it easier to communicate over the internet rather than in person. Dating sites, matrimonial sites, online education, online shopping, etc. proves that now the culture of dealing, communicating, entertainment, finding love, or even as small as treating your normal cough and cold has changed. The consumer of product was considered as audience in mass media, but in digital media they are considered as users. There is a significant shift when an audience becomes a user. Audiences interacted with the media as a receiver, and to some extent their feedback reached till the media producers. But in new media, users are not just passive audiences but active participators as well. Their role is visible in content creation, distribution and reception as well. It is very conclusive that the dynamics of user participation has completely changed from Web 1.0 to Web 2.0, and now Web 3.0 proves that social media is more and more based on user participation. Social media and participation. Gender perspective. The increased usage of social media has led to address the issues of women's rights effectively in the digital world. Social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram allows an individual to express their concerns to the mainstream platform in an effective manner. The increase in smartphone users is also one of the reasons of the shift in lifestyle. Many global level research shows that the usage of smartphones has increased the number of active users and user participation in all social network system platforms. It is also observed that women are more vulnerable of being bullied, threatened and trolled online in the digital platform. Hence, strategies have been developed in the past few years to curb the issue so that the victims are empowered and strike back against the online attackers. Usage of hashtags such as hashtag Bytes for All in Pakistan employs the formula of digital storytelling to impart teenage girls about their rights. In Argentina, hashtag Ni Una Menos is used to emphasize and censor femicides as the convicts in the country are left unpunished. Social media conception and zones of social media. Social media is mainly working in 4 zones of functions. They are as follows: social group, social media conception and zones of social media. Social media is mainly working in 4 zones of functions. They are as follows: social group, social publicity, social commerce and social entertainment. This is the popular zone where people participate on social media for building and sustaining an online community. Here, like-minded people of community join together and develop community for sharing and communicating. There are various social media groups for gender empowerment and gender specific which enable the communication and disclosure among the groups. The other advantage of social community is that the users not only contribute the content but also control over it. Social publishing. Social publishing zone deals with the news and blog. Here, user engages with social system through the news and views which is published through social media. This can happen in 2 stages. 1. User citizen based news. Here, normal users publish news and views of their society to the larger world. They are generally raw, unedited and contain the real life news. These kinds of news and views are catalysts of social media which lead to various activisms. News media publishing through social media. Here, mainstream media depends upon social media for disseminating the news and views. Social commerce in social media zone mainly aims at e-commerce through social media. Here, online shopping websites and companies with offline selling uses the social media to attract their consumers through users' participation. This zone defines a great quantity and quality of lifestyle. In the point of gender, social commerce offers people to shop and choose their interest without depending on others. Social entertainment. The social entertainment of social media zone mainly concentrates on providing numerous entertainment options to the users. Here, the liberation of new media is highlighted. In traditional way of viewership, there were restrictions for particular group of audience to particular types of medium. The factors such as gender, religion, custom, culture, social status made lesser participation in media consumption process. But the social media provides them unlimited viewership through their engagement with the entertainment world. The participation and consumption. The users in new media are free and liberated, but it is also a point to note that the contributors of the media content is not necessarily always the users. The 1% rule, which is also cited to as the less fetching 90 by 9 by 1 rule, is this: 90% of the users in majority of online communities are lurkers who hardly contribute, 9% of users contribute slightly, and 1% of users single-handedly run all the activities of the account. The term was coined by authors and blogger Ben McConnell and Jackie Huba in 2006. The rule of version 90 by 9 by 1 says that 1% of people generate content, 9% of people modify or edit that content. Factors affecting consumption of technology and lifestyle choices. The following can be considered as the factors which affect the lifestyle choices: availability of new media, reduced restriction, media education and awareness, liberation to contribution, increase in content for individual, community enablement, changing phase of rural communication, omni-platform media content, local opinion leaders. Conclusion. Summing up this lecture, we can say that features of the new media like immediacy and global connectivity has facilitated discussions and debates on gender and gender practices. The contribution of social networking sites in encouraging the formation of social media communities and pages engaged in gender related discussions is gradually making an impact on gender stereotyping. The boost in communication technologies has also altered the composition of the workforce. Consequently, there has been a greater participation and employment of the women in the service sectors. Hope you enjoyed the lecture. For more details, please read the e-text of this lecture properly and attempt the questions in the end. Thank you.